What is up, Geeks and Geekettes? It's another episode of Countdown to the Geekcast.
Social distancing edition.
Part 3 or 4, whatever this is.
I don't know.
We got another great show for you guys. Plenty of weekly geeky updates we got for you. And plus, our overall topic today is going to be 5 perfect movies, the social media trend that's just taken Twitter by storm. But first, let's meet all of our Geekcasters. First, we got Jericho.
Hey, y'all.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, you know him as JC.
Hey, everybody.
And the quarantine king, 6 years running, it's Rob.
6 years running.
Expert level quarantine.
Yeah.
I like to be at home.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem.
This day and age, you're doing good with it.
Yeah.
Everyone look up to you. Yeah.
That's right, man.
Everyone's like, Rob, give us advice. You're like, shut the
You
hell
have
up.
a
Leave
head
me alone.
start, yeah.
The world is finally going my way.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
You know what? Something that I should have brought up sooner that we didn't do. So we had our March Madness event, the Marvel Movie Madness event. Over 1,000 responses. I forget the exact number. Almost 2,000 responses, I think, is what I tallied. Wonderful event. Thank you for everybody who participated. I think the last time we talked about it is when the finals started. So I don't think we've officially discussed the champion. So let's do that right now.
No, I don't think anybody cares.
That's not true. That's not true.
Wow.
Almost 2,000 responses, Robert. 2,000.
2,000 responses.
2,000 people
That's right.
care.
Yeah.
Jericho, I didn't know you had that many fake accounts.
I mean, I have time.
I thought it was about only 10.
What's JC first? Endgame versus Deadpool. Endgame came out on top. JC, did you see it going that way? Did Deadpool have any shot in hell whatsoever? Do you wish we had a different final? What are your thoughts?
I was really hoping the Deadpool army would show up in full force, man. But they did their own social distancing that round, apparently. And Endgame is the fresh movie. Recap the whole MCU. Yeah. That's why I got all the votes. I was kind of shocked Deadpool made it. I really thought Spider-Verse had a shot to win the whole thing. That was my pick to win it all. So, yeah.
Jericho, same question. Did you see the finals going that way?
Once it was down between... I mean, I know I had said I didn't care which one won because both are great movies, but... I mean, Endgame, to me, it's like a totally different movie compared to Deadpool, so I'm not surprised that it won. Like, they're both great, but I mean, this one, Endgame, had basically every character in Marvel in one movie. Like, so it was still a good movie.
Yeah.
And Robert, had you had your own opportunity to pick the finals, what 2 movies did you wish went head-to-head?
Oh,
because
my God. Here we
because no Spider-Man film was in the finals, right?
Yep.
I'm with you. I thought Spider-Verse should have been there in the final, but...
right, at least the Spider-Verse movie, man.
God, that movie's amazing. So.
New topic. Robert, is this the longest your hair has been in like 5 years?
It is the longest hair it's been since, let's see. Jericho, when were we working at the hospital?
It started in 2006.
Golly.
2005.
So about 2008, probably.
Yeah.
Is this like
Over
Heath
10 years.
Ledger Joker length hair that you had back then, or what was it?
It was about down here.
Yeah.
God damn. Nice mullet. So.
Nah, it wasn't a mullet, dude. It was a beautiful lock of hair.
It was Jesus, basically. It was Rob Jesus. Is that what it was?
That's right.
Nice.
He was trying to pull off a Kirk Hammett kind of looking thing, and
Problem is, my hair wasn't curly enough. It was wavy, so it did like this Mary Tyler Moore thing where it came down.
it was a big curl. It was a big wave.
It was beautiful, but like it did not fit him.
We should try it again. I'll grow my hair out. You grow your hair out. I did that for like a minute as well until summer came around. I was like, fuck this.
I'm losing my hair, so sorry I can't help you with that.
Yeah, same here.
So
2 for 2.
yeah,
It's all good.
All right.
The light you see over my head is not from the fan; it's from my bald spot glistening out back on the ceiling. Yeah.
Jericho tried to grow his hair out too, and man, that was a nasty mop of thing.
It was bad.
His hair is so thin, dude. It looked greasy.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Awesome. Let's move on to a new topic.
Let's go ahead and share a photo
Pictures
now.
already didn't
Jericho's
happen.
long
Yeah,
hair.
let's do that. Which, by the way, when he mentions he had Mary Tyler Moore hair, you need to play the theme song to the Mary Tyler Moore show over that. Yes.
Yeah. I don't.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out.
It's been fun, guys. Good night.
Good night. We're done.
My Wi-Fi's acting up.
All right, let's move on to Geeky Weekly Headlines. Even though there's no movies, not much going on in the world, still a ton of news coming out. The top of the list is The Batman. So we weren't sure with the production being halted if that was going to affect the release date. Lo and behold, the release date's been affected. The Batman featuring Robert Pattinson will now be released in October of 2021. October 1st, to be exact. So another great October movie, just like the Joker was last year. The Flash got pushed up by a month, which is kind of a good sign. Usually it's just getting pushed back further and further. The Flash will be out June 3rd, 2022. And last but definitely not least, Shazam 2, featuring Zachary Levi, will be out November 4th, 2022. A month before, if I'm not mistaken, Black Adam is supposed to hit theaters. Are they going to move that? Who knows? But these films were already sort of close in release dates to begin with, so it's kind of curious that they're even closer now. So not sure if that means anything, but I'm definitely excited about Black Adam coming out, especially since they're rumoring the Justice Society of America. They're rumoring like Dr. Fate, all these great characters to be in it. So who knows what's going on with that. But JC, I mean, all of these pushback dates are expected, right? Nothing too major about any of that.
That's the way of the world, and it seems ironic that the movie that kept getting postponed actually got pushed up in The Flash. So I thought that was funny to hear. That's the way it is right now. It's like, what other movies getting pushed back nowadays? But I kind of hope, in a way, they keep the Shazam and Black Adam release dates close together and let DC just take over the whole holiday season right there, back-to-back months.
Do something like that. Do something bold. And if they tie in together really well, that's just going to blow everybody's mind.
Hell yeah.
JC, are you hoping that they either tie together or that we get like a end credit scene that leads into the next film?
An end credits thing. I think you kind of have to go the way of that, or mid credits, whatever. They have to tie it all together. Something to keep people wanting to come back. Because movies are only hot for about a few weeks in theaters, and then it's on to the next thing. So they're timing it just right, I think.
Jericho, out of the Batman, the Flash, and Shazam 2, which one are you most looking forward to?
Man. Well, I want to see what they're going to do with the Flash, but I'm also curious about the Batman. I'm going to say I'm most excited about, at this point, Shazam. Because I just have to see what they can do with Batman. I have to see what they're going to do with Flash. Shazam was a great movie. So I think, especially knowing that with Black Adam, The Rock's attached to it, and I think it's going to be big. It's going to be, like, both movies are going to be really, really big. So
nice.
I'm more excited about that, yeah.
Robert, I'm not even going to ask you about these movies because I know what your response is going to be. So we're going to move on to the next movie.
Unless you want to respond, Rob.
No. I am more interested in his response to this piece of information. Okay. Venom 2 has a release date.
Yes. And a title.
It will be released on June 25th, 2021. And the official title is Venom 2, Let there be carnage. Robert, your thoughts?
So,
No comment.
Longest response we've ever gotten so far.
Yeah. The movie Venom was subpar. It wasn't all that great. It was entertaining, but it's not what Venom should be. So I have very low expectations.
Yep.
That just tells me this movie will probably impress you. That's all it tells me. If you have low expectations going in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Into the Spider-Verse surprised the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that to be as good as it was.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you never know. But if they keep this movie within the same realm as far as writing goes, it's not going to be anything too impressive.
So you're sort of iffy on how they characterize Venom, but do you think they're going to get Carnage right?
They need to make him dark as hell if they want to make it right.
They have Woody Harrelson playing him. Is that?
I think he's the
advantage?
perfect guy for that. Personally,
I'm talking like psychotic dark.
Yeah.
Because you know, Cassidy is one insane motherfucker.
Yeah.
So they need to make him dark and psychotic. Like,
So
let me tell you something.
Oh, we got him excited.
now we
gotta
can't
talk.
shut him up.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody mute. Let Rob talk.
I have been watching Walking Dead. I've been trying to catch up on it a little bit.
All right.
So I am in season 9, as far as
Nice.
Netflix will let me go. So I just encountered the Guardians, right? The Alpha lady.
No.
Do you remember
Whisper.
that in beta? Yes, the Whispers. So she is like a level of psychotic that's like WTF, right? Because she has a kid, but she almost has no emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's pure psycho. And then the things that she's willing to do just to stay the alpha of the group. Okay. They almost need to take that level of craziness, like of what she's willing to do, but mix it with almost like a Joker crazy, hysterical laughs, willing to do whatever.
Do you trust Woody Harrelson to pull off the role, or if you had your own choice, who would you want to play Cassidy?
I don't have my own choice, and I don't know. I don't think I can say I would trust Woody Harrelson just because I've only seen him in a handful of things, so I don't know what his full spectrum of acting skills consist of.
Okay, all right. Jericho, do you have faith in Woody?
Yeah, he has. I've seen him in a decent amount of films, and he has a pretty broad range, and I think he could pull it off. And because as long as they write the character correctly, he can definitely go. And if they give him that kind of free range, almost, he can make him super crazy, super psychotic. Yeah, almost blurring lines. As pushing the boundaries and stuff. So, yeah, they could totally do it.
JC, did you love the first film? Are you interested in part 2?
I did like the first film. I actually didn't end up seeing it until I got on to Stars. So it's on Stars right now, actually. So, but I liked it, and I liked how they set up Carnage with Woody Harrelson. I think he can pull the role off. But he's gonna, like Rob said, it's got to be a total psychotic thing, a la Heath Ledger's Joker, just full on dark, watch the world burn. Whatever Harrelson's got to do to get in that character, and I know he can do it. And I think a lot of people will be impressed by him with Venom.
What's the actor's name that played Jerome on Gotham?
Morgan.
That guy.
McConaughey.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I think he could pull it off pretty good. And he's got the red hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But is he too young? Because he's a lot younger, youthful looking than Tom Hardy is.
Yeah, but have you not seen prosthetics these days? in film. Like, it's amazing.
Or aging software, as
or
it
aging
out.
software.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Star Wars.
They have an app. They have an app for that. You can age yourself on an app. So yeah, they have that software.
We're gonna film in Snapchat filters.
Look at Joaquin Phoenix and Joker. Like, this was an older, so to speak, Joker. So yeah. I mean, it works. Like, I think we kind of got past that, and it works. And I will say this: speaking of Walking Dead, I don't know how far you are, Rob, but there's a lot of stuff that Alpha does that for TV. If this was like on HBO or something, it would have been so much worse. So I think if they were to do something like that with Carnage, then it would be
the most brutal thing I've seen her do so far was she has like a couple. Yeah, well, not really a spoiler. It's been out for a long time, right? But so it's one of the times that they had an encounter with with Daryl's group, and Alpha looks over and she sees like a couple just kind of standing out in the woods, and it's like a couple from her tribe or whatever. And later in the episode, the guy of that couple she saw confronts them, saying, like, hey, some of us are losing faith in your leadership, blah blah blah. And then she realizes that he's only speaking on behalf of his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, who then she gets behind with like a cable and like just completely severs her head off of them. Like, holy sh! Like, that was on TV. Like, it's one thing when they show and they do that to the zombies, but I don't think I think this is the darkest season of Walking Dead so far, and it's creepy as hell.
It has some competition because the whole Negan scene, first Negan season was like really dark.
Gruesome. No, that was gruesome and gory. It wasn't dark.
Oh.
It wasn't like psychotic, sinister dark. It was just lust for violence. Yeah.
Right.
Tell that to Glenn. Tell that to Glenn.
You can't.
He didn't fuck with your head like the way Alpha has been doing.
Right, because Alpha's coming at you real calm and collective, right? Mm-hmm. Like, she shows no emotion on her face.
You don't know when she's going to snap.
Right. Yeah. So it's almost hard to know what she's thinking. You don't know what the hell's going on. And then the scene where she tells Daryl, on your way out, you'll see where we have our territory line or whatever. And Daryl's like, what are you talking about? She's like, you'll see when you exit. And they just find all these pikes, right? Like, her face in that scene is just straight, like, like emotionless, pure dark. Like, she has no soul.
No, there's some more crazy shit coming then.
Oh, yeah. You know what? When you catch up, Rob, you actually have time because the finale got pushed back. They haven't been able to finish editing it, I think, is what they said.
So
when you get caught up, we're going to review season 10, just like we reviewed every other season when we first started the show.
Actually, I'm at a standstill.
Seen that. Yeah.
I'm at a standstill because I just watched the last available episode on Netflix, which I was talking to Allie about it earlier, and she said like that's not even the whole season. So I guess they didn't publish all the season 9 episodes because the last episode I saw was they had to cross the ice to get back to Alexandria. Yeah, and Negan had just saved Judith from running off into the storm and stuff. So
okay, but that's still last year's season, right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure out.
That's where I'm at too.
We will figure out a way to get you guys caught up and then review Walking Dead. I'm actually pretty pleased with the quality of the show right now, even though we're missing. I can't say that much more, but la 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 la.
No,
all right,
just stop. Moving on.
HBO Max, in our last episode 90, I was teasing that the streaming service would be out in May. Well, I was wrong. Just kidding, I'm always right. So it's coming out May 27th.
Not always.
Just kidding, I'm always right.
99% of the time I'm right, 60% of the time. So if you are a fan of Game of Thrones up until the last season, Crunchyroll, anime, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Looney Tunes, TNT, TBS, True TV, DC Comics, and their movies and everything else, Westworld, all of this content will be on the HBO Max streaming service. Head on over to the HBO Max website to see if you qualify for a free streaming service subscription, depending on your level of your TV provider that you have with AT&T, depending on the internet service you currently have, depending on your phone service. They are actually giving the service for free to customers of theirs that already have a certain level of service. So you might qualify. I don't want to tell you you do and be wrong. So so go to their website to see if you meet to see if you meet the requirements to obtain the service for free.
All right.
Which Doom Patrol Season 2 will also premiere on the HBO Max streaming service. I think it's also going to dual stream on the DC Universe.
Yeah, correct. It'll be on both.
And then rumors are going to continue flying that the Zack Snyder cut will eventually be on the HBO Max streaming service. Who knows?
No.
I want to see some of these guys want to see. Robert doesn't care about anything unless it's Spider-Man, so don't ask him about it.
Or wrestling.
Krypton Season 3, please. Give us Krypton back.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
That'd be a huge surprise.
Save your money on that, please. Save your money.
We did hear that they're making the Justice League Dark series for the HBO Max streaming service. We talked about it last time. Robert, you were not there.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What are your opinions on the Justice League Dark series? Robert, go.
Pretty cool.
I didn't even get a chance to take a drink because you already finished your thoughts. So put the can down.
Yeah.
Move on. JC, our friends over at Celebrity Fan Fest made an announcement today about this year's convention. Yep. Why don't you give us an update on what that announcement was about?
Simply, there isn't a Celebrity Fan Fest this year, with the Freeman Coliseum and the Expo grounds being used as basically like an emergency medical facility testing. Right. Yeah, so the timeline just didn't work out. So they pushed it back to June 2021. They've already have dates set. And I believe, depending on when you purchase your tickets for this year's, you're going to transfer over to 2021. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
They have more information on their website, their Facebook page about if refunds, if you're able to get one or not. So definitely check that out if you want. But with the climate it is right now, I'm not sure a lot of celebrities would have made the trip anyway to be around a convention, so it just didn't seem feasible. So I think they made the right decision to just wait a year. Everything else get pushed back a year, right? So that was just a smart thing to do, and they'll be fine. You know, the Freeman's got a bigger use going on for it right now.
I don't even know if they would have had a choice, to be honest with you. I mean,
they probably pretty much didn't. I don't think the Freeman was going to be cleared out in time for them to even set up
or
and
any,
have 4 days.
Any venue for that matter.
Yeah. But as I understand it, it's going to be a 4-day event again in June 2021. A couple of days with wrestlers. So, yeah, we're all set for that.
And we're all going to be there in our booth just like last year.
Oh, you need me? Okay.
Not sure who you're talking to.
Oh, gosh.
You should have stayed still so it could be like, oh, my internet froze again.
Damn Wi-Fi.
That'd be hilarious.
Damn it.
So shout out to Bob and the entire Celebrity Fan Fest team. They've always been super helpful. They've always reached out to us, kept us up to date on everything, as well as other vendors, I'm sure, and media.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if they run another free mini con kind of thing in the wintertime like they did.
Yeah.
As things die down, just to kind of get the ball rolling and get the hype up again. Yeah. So
yeah,
I definitely wouldn't mind that happening again.
I wouldn't mind it either. And I was just about to say kind of the same thing. Bob, you can do a convention in 3 months if you wanted to. We got your back.
Dude's amazing. He just throws it out there. He plans it. It's amazing. Yeah.
He's like, what do you want? Okay, we got it. We're done.
Yeah.
Who? What celebrity? What? Yeah, I got the beat out. Hey, yeah.
Rob said he wants you there. Okay. He's
and if you really want to celebrate Celebrity Fan Fest this year, I'm sure somebody will make it in their Animal Crossing island, and you can go visit, be a part of it, just like somebody did for San Diego Comic Con, which I thought was pretty damn cool.
JC's going to create it. That's what's going to happen.
No. That's a lot of work.
He's going to take about a week off from work.
I would need about a week to make the designs and everything. Someone did recreate Fiesta on their island, by the way, I want to try and visit that island just to go stand in line at the porta potties or something, just to say I was part of Fiesta this year.
Saw that.
Yeah,
man.
All right, those are the Geeky Weekly Headlines. If you have any geeky headlines of your own that you want us to discuss on the show, be sure to send us those headlines via Facebook by hitting the send message button, or you can reach us.
A graphic around here somewhere, or maybe right around here, wherever.
Or reach us on the
like in the WrestleCast, we have the point.
Yeah, it's a point.
The point.
On the contact page of our website at www.countdowngeekcast.com.
Oh, and don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on any podcast platform.
How many have we gotten, Rob, since your announcement?
10.
0.
It's
0.
because people want you on more. So
here you are.
0.
Give me a minute.
And here I am.
Using one of your Lesnar appearances for the year.
Right? That's what I'm saying. For nothing.
For nothing.
All right. Now, to our major topic, our major discussion of the episode, there was a little bit of a trend going on Twitter today, and it might have been started by James Gunn. It might not have been. No one's really exactly sure. But we're going to reference director James Gunn. In a tweet by Mr. Gunn, he said, here are 5 perfect films. He created a 5 perfect movies list. It kind of took Twitter by storm. Everybody started retweeting their own 5 film list. And we're going to do the same, but I wanted to make sure and read James Gunn's responses. So he had at number 5, The Thing. Number 4, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Number 3, Rashomon. Number 2, Chinatown. And number 1, Back to the Future. Pretty solid list, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I don't even know half those films.
Yeah, I haven't heard of 2 of those.
You're too young. I'm kidding.
That Spotless Mind, that's with Jim Carrey, right?
You're right. And
I've never seen it, though.
And Kate Winslet, about erasing their memories of each other from their relationship.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I remember that being a pretty, I don't know if it was a dark film, but it was definitely different for Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Other notables who participated in the 5 film list, director Edgar Wright, who he didn't have these in any specific order. So Umberto D, never seen that. Singing in the Rain, Rosemary's Baby, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Mad Max: Fury Road. Scott Derrickson also had Rashomon on his list, Taxi Driver, Blade Runner, Poltergeist, and 7. Yeah.
7.
Oh, okay.
Poltergeist. No, sir.
Probably the old one. Ken Jeong.
Yeah, first one.
Oh boy, what did Ken Jeong have?
Ken Jeong had a pretty solid list.
Hangover 2, Hangover 3.
At the top of his list, he had Parasite. I can't disagree with that. Pretty phenomenal film. Broadcast News, Goodfellas, Say Anything, and This Is Spinal Tap.
Okay. Nice.
Now, before you give him any criticism, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling also participated, and she had on her list, This Is Spinal Tap. So,
nice.
Fucking A. She also
that's a great movie, though.
There you go. She also had Some Like It Hot, The Godfather, The Apartment, and Zodiac. Awesome.
Zodiac was a good film. Yeah.
Phenomenal film. So, Geekcasters, what we're going to do is we're going to go around, and we're also going to go down our list, go from 5 to 1. If you didn't do them in any apparent order, we'll still go around and just go one at a time. So let's go ahead and start with the person who probably didn't do this, Rob.
That we had work to do?
What's number 5 on your list, Rob?
I didn't study.
5 perfect films.
Just
That's
five.
So I actually didn't make this up until 5 minutes before the podcast.
It's like I haven't heard anything y'all been
You know
saying
what?
this whole time.
I was kind of in that boat. I was like, I knew the films, I didn't know the order, so I get you. It's
Well,
hard.
So
It's
here's
very
the
hard.
thing. Here's the thing. Of the 5 that I have here, maybe, I mean, they're all arguably the top 5, right? These are all obviously very subjective.
That's fine. Give us number 5.
So this one's probably nowhere near anybody's list, but I want to have to say Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Okay.
These are perfect movies, Rob.
Okay. While
What would you
everybody's
change about
laughing, let me
Hold
explain.
on.
Explain, Rob.
Hold
Explain.
on. I don't
Yeah,
have to explain anything. If y'all are gonna have a difference of opinion, I want to know
No.
what your reason is.
I'm not knocking your opinion,
looking.
but
No,
we
hold
didn't-
on. Stop it. I'm not talking to you, JC.
Okay.
I am talking to the dude whose screenshot is above me, and that's Jericho.
Oh,
Tell me, because you were the first one to start laughing. You tell me what's not perfect about that movie.
Yeah.
Go.
I don't even know if I've seen that one, but the fact that there's like 100.
Hold it. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there.
it's clear
The
the
fact. Let me stop you right there. The fact that you haven't seen it, you already lost all credibility. Next, Ted,
All right.
JC.
All right. Well, what we didn't do is explain what we consider a perfect movie. So basically, it's when you say perfect in your eyes, you wouldn't change a single shot, a single line, or a scene from start to finish.
Sure.
The way the movie's set up is perfect. That's your top 5. So carry on. Yeah, go ahead. Friday the 13th,
Okay.
Part 6 out of.
Six
If you
and a half.
if you
Okay.
really want to know why I consider that a perfect movie for me, one, it's my perfect horror flick,
Okay.
horror slasher. Okay.
All
Mostly because that's the movie I grew up on, scaring the shit out of myself with over and over and over again. So I wouldn't change
Scarred
a damn
for
thing
life.
about it. So I wouldn't change a damn thing about it. All right. So number 4, I have Predator.
All right.
Oh,
Any
Nice.
arguments there? No.
No.
Nobody?
OG
Let's
or-
wipe up.
Good choice.
OG.
Of course. OG. Of course.
What's up, the
I'm gonna
Predator
read
is there?
The
What's
next
up, the
one I've
Predator
got.
is there? Ah.
The next one I have on the list is Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Ooh.
that's good. That's a
All
good
right.
One. Damn it, I didn't put that on my list.
No changes. No changes.
Be right back.
California,
Next.
great.
Next film I have on the list is Return of the Jedi.
Right?
Hmm?
Star Wars.
Ted,
like it.
you're having disagreements. Please share your thoughts.
It's
Yeah.
not Last Jedi.
Shut
so I
up,
think
I'm
it's
just
good.
kidding. I wasn't
Jedi.
serious. Number 1, drum roll, please.
Horrible drumming.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Should've known.
I knew it.
Very nice list, Rob. Very nice list. Now
Let
he's
me-
lost that love and feeling. Let's go over to Jericho next.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Hanging with the boys. All right, go ahead.
I didn't.
You gotta
I
love that
forgot
volleyball
to-
seat, man.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot to
Abs that I'll never have in my life. Yeah.
Sweaty chest, sweaty muscles.
That's why.
Is that why
for
it's
you.
number
Okay.
1?
Yeah,
What I find
that's
hilarious
the
about
only
that
scene
scene.
that he's seen in that movie.
So what I find hilarious about that scene is right after playing volleyball, he's all sweaty, all sandy. He goes over to the chick's house,
Charlie's
and
house.
he says, Charlie's house, and he says, "I could really use a shower." And he tries to use her,
He tries to use your shower. I was like,
and I'm like, first of all, hold up, you're sweaty as fuck. It's not. This is like your first
it's
date
Maverick,
with this woman.
bro.
You don't have clean clothes. Why would you even? But I think it was his attempt to get laid in the shower.
It was a move, Rob. Come on, man.
That's what I just said.
That's
I know
fighter
what
pilot
you
charisma, man. That's
It's-
the way
yeah,
it is,
man,
dude.
you know?
Yeah.
It's funny that like you were so young and innocent. You're thinking practical. Like you didn't bring clothes. You didn't bring a towel. You don't have shampoo here.
What kind of sleepover is this?
Yeah.
All right, Jericho.
Oh,
what's your 5 perfect movies list, sir?
I didn't put them in order.
Figure it out now.
Next.
Pick them now.
Next.
So, number 5, I'm gonna say Clue.
All right.
I've seen that one. Okay.
All right.
All right. Tina likes that one.
Never seen it.
Clue. Really? Okay. It's a good movie. Check it out. It's funny. It's awesome. Number 4 would be Noises Off. I don't know if y'all have seen that one. It's another comedy.
Nope.
Okay.
Like a foreign
You
film?
sure you're not making that up?
No. Okay, so it's
Is that a TV show?
I not only didn't write them in order, I just made up random movies.
The next film
I believe it.
The next film is The Lights Are Off.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
The refrigerator's running. Go ahead.
JC, get out of my head. I was about to say that.
Go chase it, motherfucker. No.
All right, Noises Off. And then number 3 would be Groundhog Day. So that
Nice.
one, I don't know who
Nice
had that
choice.
one on their list, but
Nice
it's
choice.
a good one. Number 2 would be The Departed.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. And then number 1 would be A League of Their Own.
Nice choice.
All right.
Nice
all right.
choice.
Good movie.
Okay,
There's no
okay.
crying in baseball. Love that movie.
That's my
All right.
list.
JC, your turn, sir. Give us
My
your
turn.
5 perfect films list.
I actually have them all on Blu-ray or DVD, so I'll just go ahead and show them to you and let you guys react.
Oh, God.
Number 5.
Scott Pilgrim.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
Yes.
if that's number 5, dang, I want to see what the rest are.
Number 5, yes. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Number 4 is actually my personal favorite all-time movie. And a lot of people are shocked when they see this. I love the movie. The book was boring as shit, but the movie was great. So
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
movie was
Yeah.
good.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
that was my personal all-time favorite. And
So why is it number 4 if it's your all-time favorite?
Good
You know,
to go.
shot for shot and things like that. I mean, I'm looking at it from all these.
unbiased.
When you see my top 3, you probably understand why. Because here's number 3.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
yeah. It's everything about it. I mean, you can't change a thing about it. The story is amazing, and my son figured out how to work Netflix on the iPad, and he watches it every goddamn day. He'd watch it twice if he
Nice.
could. So he's 3 years old. Number 2,
Awesome.
and my wife hasn't seen this yet, but I need to show it to her.
So I
Wow.
haven't seen that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Very nice.
I'm a history major, historical fiction. This was filmed on location. The music, the shots of it, everything, even down to the battles themselves, played out exactly how they did history. So that's it. And number 1, I'm wearing the shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is number 1 for me.
Oh, very cool.
Cool.
Hayao Miyazaki is a genius. He won an Academy Award for this film, and this is probably his best work. I love this film. It's amazing. The animation's beautiful. The story's great. So
Are his movies on Netflix after all?
international,
Saying, like,
not U.S., but
okay.
international. Yeah,
I know they said
So-
all of them were going to be there, so I've been wanting to see them.
not in the U.S.,
No.
but
Yeah.
I have quite a few on Blu-ray. I'm trying to fill the collection out, but any Miyazaki film is great. So
Very cool.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was our top 5
And that's
for
it.
everybody.
And that's the end of this episode.
All right. So my turn.
yeah.
So top 5, going off of the sort of definition that JC had mentioned earlier. I think I know a few of you guys love this movie as well as myself. Number 5, Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Way to change the goddamn thing with that film. Absolutely
Okay.
perfect from start to finish.
To the Winchester.
Number 4, JC already called it out, but Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Nice.
So,
Yes.
just so many great characters, actors. Loved it from start to finish.
Just
Great
fun.
love story. Number 3, surprised I know you guys mentioned this one, The Big Lebowski. The Dude Abides.
Yeah.
And the Jesus Rolls sequel, like spin-off film, is actually coming out soon, so that's going to be pretty interesting to watch. Number 2, I had to put a Robin Williams film, and this is my all-time favorite
Ooh,
Robin
hold up.
Williams.
Before you say it, should we all take a guess of what it could be?
All right, whatever. That's fine.
I'm down. I'm going to guess it's a 1 hour photo.
No.
Oh, that's a good one. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it was Aladdin.
No.
It's Ted. It's not Aladdin. Oh man, I would have said 1 Hour Photo too.
Yeah.
No, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Maybe.
It's
Close,
Mrs.
but
Doubtfire.
no, it's not.
Oh damn.
But it's a good guess. My
Mrs.
favorite
Doubtfire 2.
Williams film. He wasn't in that. Was there?
Yes,
he was.
No, was there?
Jesus Christ. Anyways, number 2 on my list is Hook.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Grown-ass man portraying Peter Pan. What gets better than that?
Yeah.
Good
absolutely
film. Good
perfect from start to finish. And my number 1 film, also in my top 5, just all times list, wouldn't change anything about it. Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Okay.
Yes.
Just my all-time
That was perfect.
action.
Should have ended the damn series with that film because I still think it's the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just went downhill after that, huh?
Yeah.
It's the best one, but some of the others are decent. But it's the best one.
It took them a while to get back to DC,
Yeah.
though. So.
Did anybody else watch the reboot, or is it just me?
Which? No,
I
I haven't.
saw
Yeah, I didn't.
the
I haven't
recent
seen
one.
it yet, honestly. But I've heard
Which ones were
that's
decent,
where it brought
Jericho?
it back. So, you know.
I don't know all
Which
the
one's after
names,
T2?
but
Lost
the one with,
credibility again.
Genesis, right?
yeah, Christian Bale.
I know a lot
That
of people
one
have said
was
Genesis, so that's where they basically reset the timeline, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
That was okay.
And then even the most recent one I think was really good too. I
The-
forgot what that one was called too.
Yeah, I like the reboot. All right, so we also posted this question to all of our geeks and geekettes out there. We had some responses. I'm going to read a few. JC, you can read all the ones you have.
Okay.
First, a friend of ours, Gilbert Ortega, he put Pixels 5 times. So,
The Adam
still-
Sandler movie?
yes, I still haven't seen it, but he absolutely loves it.
If you know Gilbert,
Okay.
you'll understand why he likes that movie
okay.
so much. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our buddy
He put it
Brian,
5 times.
our buddy Brian, aka Goose, he actually wrote
Right.
Star
Hey,
Trek
Goose.
2, Star Trek 6,
Yes.
Star Trek
Ah.
First Contact,
Dang.
Captain
What?
America, Winter Soldier, and Avengers: Infinity War. So he's a big Trekkie. What can you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, but First
Oh,
Contact
crap,
was
that's a good
yeah.
First Contact was amazing.
I don't know. I'm an original series guy. That's just me. So you know.
I mean,
I guess it wasn't Generations. That was.
but it's
shit.
it's a huge event for the Star Trek saga.
Okay.
It's the first time they contact the Vulcans.
All right. And I also have Sarah, who's a friend of the show. She's been on a Game of Thrones recap on the show. She put the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. I mean, can't really argue with that. Although they weren't as good as the books, some good parts were cut out.
I would
Avengers.
say the first and third one.
There you
The
go.
second one was the best.
Two Towers.
Two Towers. You like?
Yeah.
I like Return of the
So
King.
so
yeah.
she put Lord of the Rings as like number 5, I guess.
The whole thing. 1, 2,
The
3.
whole all 3. Yeah. Okay.
She also put Avengers Endgame. All right. And she also put Coraline. Dark Horse. There.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
We didn't have any Tim Burton films, but,
No.
there's a case to be made for several of those.
Batman.
Nightmare Before
Batman
Christmas.
for sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. JC, you also have another whole list of responses. What are they saying?
From our Facebook post, Alicia Camp from 5 to 1. She said Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Jericho's
American
favorite movie.
Beauty.
American Beauty's good.
American Beauty. Yeah, American Beauty. Inglorious Bastards. Great.
Nice.
I love that one.
Yeah.
And Donnie Darko's number 1 for her.
That movie's a trip.
I didn't get that one.
Richard Redding. I'm assuming he went 5 to 1 here. Black Dynamite.
I
Braveheart.
haven't seen it.
Aliens.
Mhm.
How to Train Your
Okay.
Dragon. And
Which
Kung
one?
Fu. The first one, I assume.
Probably the first one.
Yep. And Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
good
The
one.
third one was really good. Of How to Train Your Dragon. Part
They
3.
all were. They
Yeah,
all.
but I think part
solid
3 was
trilogy.
the best one though.
I can't argue with that.
It
My
had
personal
an
favorite
awesome
is
ending.
2.
Okay, Daniel Villanueva. Number 5, Ghostbusters. I figured Ted would like that.
I'm surprised that's not on Ted's number 1 right there.
I know.
Should have been. It's a
Number
notable.
4.
It's a notable.
Number 4, Back to the Future. Number 3, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Number 2, The Crow, and number 1, The Godfather.
Oh, nice.
Bro.
Yeah.
Solid. That's probably
Crow's
my
an
top
amazing
10.
movie. Yeah.
Robert Matrix. Number 1, Predator. 2, Mad Max: The Road Warrior. 3, Aliens. Number 2, Alien. And number 1, he put, I guess, the 1982 version of The Thing.
Oh, that one's awesome.
Interesting.
I forget that they remade that film so many times.
Even the remake was pretty good.
Brett McLaughlin. Number 5, American History X. Number 4.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Dances with Wolves.
Nice.
3, Back to the Future. 2,
Awesome.
Lincoln Lawyer.
Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And number 1, The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
There you go. All right.
And finally, Fred Pacheco. I think he did it this. Okay, here we go. I want to say he put it in. Okay, Juice most. There we go. Number 5, Dragon Ball Z: The History of Trunks.
What?
Cool.
I had to pause for Rob to say something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what in a bad way. I'm just like, I don't think I've seen that one, so I can't comment too much. But if
Okay.
it's on somebody's top 5, it's probably worth watching.
All right. Number 4, Titanic.
Okay.
What?
Number 3, Need for Speed.
Okay.
Need for Speed?
Need for
Okay.
Speed. Number
Okay.
2, Scarface.
Nice.
And number 1 was Juice.
What the hell's Juice?
I have no idea.
With
Is it a documentary on
Tupac?
OJ?
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah. I think you're right.
Tupac? Maybe.
Right.
Documentary on
Oh, you don't watch that now.
Yeah. He said
Pretty
Juice
cool.
most of all, so everyone's gonna go watch and comment on Fred's comment now. So
Here you go.
Yeah.
yeah,
Was that the last response?
that was the last one. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. I have a suggestion.
I do
Alright.
too. What was yours going to be?
We're not gonna rank this shit again, are we? Is
No.
that-
No. But
Did it have to do with our wives?
no. But I heard a lot of Back to the Future
Yeah.
on a lot of the lists. We could all go back, watch it, and do a review.
The whole trilogy or the first one?
I'm
The first
assuming
one.
everybody's ranking the first one.
Everyone
Yeah.
says the first one, yeah,
Because
because
part 2 and part 3 were,
one movie. Well, they were
Right.
filmed back to back, so they're kind of one movie.
Yeah.
and they weren't all that great compared to the first one. Compared to the first one.
2 is my
Ted
favorite
won
one
the
of the
case.
trilogy, bro.
No, the first one's the best one.
Yeah.
So,
I like them all.
First
So-
one, one. Never mind.
we can all go back. We could watch the film and do a review. I may or may
we can
not be
definitely
there.
do that.
I have a suggestion.
Oh,
Nobody
no, me
cares.
first.
So that one. So go ahead. Because that one.
My-
was good,
No,
Rob. Go ahead.
no. Jared, go first. Jericho, please.
Sadie's is probably have our wives do the.
Jericho
do it.
first. I have spoken.
Do what he says.
This
Do what
is
he
why we
says.
need Rob on more. I know. I'm sorry. So sorry. What if the ones that we haven't seen from each other's lists, at least from the 4 of us, we watch those movies, at least one of those movies, and
Okay.
then like we say like I said, Noise is Off. Everybody watches Noise is Off, and then we review it. Everybody watches. Well, I think we've seen pretty much every. Like I could see Friday the 600th or whatever you had on you know.
Hey, dude, that's probably the first time you made me laugh legitimately in a long time.
That's
We could
hilarious.
do something like that. That's my suggestion. Go ahead.
Yeah, we could. Well, you know what? And to piggyback off of that suggestion, I like that idea where we could all go back and watch something from each other's list that we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of doing like a full blown out review on that film on one of the following episodes, so out of my list, you hadn't seen Friday the 13th part 6, right? So you would go back, you would watch it, only you would watch it.
Okay.
And on the next episode, you would get 10 to 15 minutes to give your thoughts. Ted, if there, in your list you had Sound of Silence or whatever. That's something
Sound of Silence.
That's a movie that either one of us have seen, so either Ted, JC, or I could watch it, and then we would give 10, 15-minute review on it, and
if we can find it.
On and on. Right, if we could if it's even real, right?
Yeah. Let's discuss like all this tangible stuff like after the show's over.
Ted, what was your suggestion, sir? Go ahead. You look like you had a thought you had to poop out.
My suggestion was for the four of us to each create right now a list for our wives.
Okay.
For our wives?
Yes.
Wait, you said to make a list for our wives?
Yeah.
Or ask them what their list would be.
No.
What is the purpose of this list?
The purpose of this is to see how well we know our wives.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay.
I'm going to go first because I've already thought about this.
You son of a bitch. I have to think
so
really
we're doing
hard
it
about
now.
this
We're
one.
not like
We're
not
now.
going to make a list and then ask them later on.
No.
Oh, okay.
You're going to do it now. They're going to watch this later and either love you or hate you.
Why are you trying to start a fight, dude?
I'm going to go first. I'm going to go first here.
She's never seen or heard our show, so
that's not true.
I doubt she's going to
keep it that way, right? Yeah.
Here's my spouse's top 5 perfect movie list.
You're not exactly giving us any time to think
about it.
I know.
I just thought of this right now. Okay, so number 5 would
have
be
a list already? Come on.
Because I know my wife. Anyways, number 5 is A Christmas Story.
Okay.
That is on our TV the entire month of December, whether or not we're even home. It's on TV. Number 4, it's probably, these aren't in exact order. Number 4, Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
A lot of puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in a fucking corner.
Yeah.
Number 3, Mannequin. Oof.
Oh my god!
I already have. Yeah. Okay.
Last time I saw that, it was on Beta, man. That's how.
If Mannequin is on the damn TV, we ain't doing nothing that day. We're staying at home watching Mannequin. Damn it. Number 2, and I should have had this on my list. Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton, Gina Davis. Beetlejuice, and then number 1.
Say it one more time.
The number one film on my wife's 5 perfect movie list. She can hear this movie playing while she's asleep, and she will wake up 10 times out of 10. Sister Act Part 2.
Wow. That is awesome.
There you go. So she's gonna agree with me. I'm pretty sure I got her top 5 verbatim. Who's brave enough to go next?
I think I have my wife's right now. I don't know if I have the order right, but I'm going to give it a shot here. I'm actually like looking at my DVDs like, what the hell is Tina consider the perfect movie? So,
I bet you they're all Disney films.
No, actually, no. One of them is, but not all of them. So, okay, I know what her number 1 is, so I'll leave it at that. But number 5 is tough. Okay, number 5 would probably be Mom and Dad Save the World.
Okay.
Number 4, My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oof, nice.
Number 3, and this is her personal favorite, but when we were discussing, she said it's not her top perfect movie, but it's her personal favorite movie, The King and I. Like the original King and I. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 would probably be Stay Tuned.
Never heard of that.
You never heard of Stay Tuned?
Never heard
with John Ritter.
And you and I even talked about this like on the last episode, I think.
Yeah.
Or the one before that.
First of all, it's a great movie.
I believe
it finally came out on Blu-ray last year.
Oh, wow.
We've got a hold of it on Blu-ray. And number 1 for her is The Lion King.
Of course.
Yes. So.
Animated OG, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's my guess at her top 5. So we'll see if I start a fight. Thanks a lot, Ted. It was fun.
I'll go next.
All right.
Okay. Oh man, I can't even think of the order, but
they all have Channing Tatum.
And I was just about to name some. Like, holy crap, I know too many Channing Tatum movies. So number 5, Some Like It Hot.
Okay.
Okay, good choice.
You know, your wife and my wife are pretty much the same person. Number 4.
What? Y'all are married to the same woman?
Mannequin.
The hell?
Mannequin for number 4. Number
Nice.
3 would be Lady in White. I think that's what it's called. Lady in White, or it has to be that one. I'll have to look it up. But it's something like that, Lady in White. Number 2. Shit. Number 2 would probably be Dirty Dancing.
Star Wars. Shit.
Star Wars, fuck.
Star Wars.
Oh, that's what it is. Damn it.
And number 1, man, I can't think of a movie that she watches all the time. Probably the Harry Potter series.
Okay.
Which one, though?
The series, like.
There's got to be one. What's the bet? You got to pick one. There was 8 of them. Come on.
Yes.
There's 18
Her
of them.
favorite is going to be. Man, we even talked about this last weekend.
Wow.
I want to say Goblet of Fire. No, that was mine.
Okay.
Hers was.
Well, that is the best
hers was
one.
Goblet of Fire. Yeah.
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 That is
the
the
Alright.
best
fifth
one.
one?
That's the 4th one.
Close enough.
Very cool. Very cool.
So-
Go ahead, Rob.
Allie's top 5, no particular order.
All
That's for
Tom
sure.
Hardy movies, by the way.
Actually, no. So if I had to rank these, I would say her from 5 to 1. It would be My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
Number 4, Anastasia.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Number 3, is it Sound of Music?
Yeah, with Julie
Okay.
Andrews.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2, I think it's called 3 Guys and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah.
3 Men and a Baby. Yep, 3 Men
Oh,
and a Baby.
that is a perfect movie. Now that I think
That
about
is a
it.
classic, yeah.
And then her number 1, I would have to say, is Phantom of the Opera
Oh.
wow.
Which one, though?
with Gerard Butler.
Oh, okay. Most recent one. Okay.
With and Emmy
Remember-
Rossum, was that who else?
Yeah,
was it?
Rosenbaum.
Emmy
Oh
Rossum.
no, Rossum. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I can't
Nice.
wait to hear what your wives think about the list you put together for them.
Yeah, so if this is the last episode of the Geekcast and we're all dead, you know why. It's been a great 5-year run, guys. I almost made it
Right.
2 years.
Thanks a lot, Ted. Appreciate it.
I leave everything to my wife and kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all of you who sent us your responses. I hope you get a chance to hear this. And let us know what you think about our list. If you forgot something or if you would change something, let us know. Send us a message on Facebook, or you can email us on the contact page of our website at www.countdowntothegeekcast.com. And that'll do it for this episode of the Countdown to the Geekcast. Thank you for watching. We had a lot of fun doing it. My name is Teddy. With me on this episode, all my fellow Geekcasters. First, we got Jericho.
Later, y'all. Have a good one.
The man, the myth, the legend, you know him as JC.
Thanks for watching, listening, Geekcasters. We'll catch you next time.
And soon to be 7-time quarantine champion, it's Rob.
7 times quarantine champion.
That hair
And
gel.
finally, but not least, we got Steady. Steady,
Hey.
thank you for this wonderful episode.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Later.
Hey guys, AJ Nyland here. For more Geekcast episodes, subscribe to us on iTunes or your smart device podcast app. And please, write us a review. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Countdown City Geekcast. Follow us on Twitter at CCG_podcast or visit our website at www.countdowncitygeekcast.com.